dignitaries of the closing session, Professor Ajay Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, our Secretary MNRE, Shri Bhupinder S. Bhalla ji, Secretary PNG, Shri Pankaj Jain ji, and Director General FICCI, Ms. Jyoti. And a very warm welcome to all present in this August gathering to this closing session, the concluding session of this remarkable 3 day international conference on green hydrogen. And ladies and gentlemen, cliche it may sound, but then with these 3 days of extensive discussions, deliberations, sharing of knowledge, experience, expertise, innovations, technologies, breakthroughs which we have been able to make, collaborations and partnerships and commitments which we have made in these 3 days. This is definitely not the end, but it marks the beginning of many new beginnings which are going to be unfolding in these coming years, as enriched by the knowledge which we have gained in these 3 days. Quest to further explore and expand green hydrogen has definitely gained momentum. So, welcome to all of you to this Way Forward session, which is dedicated to put our sankalps to siddhi and our learnings to action. And as we do so, once again, we have been joined by some of the most influential voices and leaders in the energy and the science sector to lead us and to guide us. So, we warmly welcome them. And I would like to invite the mission director of the National Green Hydrogen Mission, Shri Abe Bakri sir, to kindly join me here on the stage as we send our green welcome to our dignitaries on the dais. So first we send greetings to our Honorable Minister, sir. Thank you, Honorable Minister Shri Shripad Naik, the Minister of State for MNRE, whose support, whose guidance, ladies and gentlemen, has always been a source of inspiration, motivation for the energy fraternity. Good greetings once again to Professor Ajay Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, who continuously guided us. Our secretaries who are shaping India's green energy landscape, our Secretary MNRE, Shri Bhupinder S. Bhalla, sir, Secretary PNG, Shri Pankaj Jain, sir. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, the presence of both of them in this way forward session reflects the critical importance of cross departmental collaboration in driving the green hydrogen mission forward. And then welcoming Director General FICCI, their industry partners, Ms. Jyoti. Thank you, sir. And at the outset, we now connect the dots, what all we have learned, we assimilate, consolidated. And for that, I would like to request our respected Secretary MNRE, Shri Bhupinder S. Bhalla, sir, for his observations and also for his opening remarks for this closing, concluding session.
Honorable Minister of State, New and Renewable Energy and Power, Shri Shripad Naik, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor Ajay Sood, my colleague Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain, Director General FICCI, Ms. Jyoti colleagues, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. As we come close to this remarkable 3 day international conference on green hydrogen, I stand before you filled with a sense of accomplishment and hope on a subject that holds the potential to redefine the way we think about energy and our relationship with the planet. Uh, we gathered here to exchange information, knowledge, insights, and innovations driven by a collective ambition build a cleaner, more resilient world. Over the course of this conference, 3-day conference, we have engaged in profound discussions, shared innovative ideas, and dealt on pathways for a sustainable energy future. Since not everybody may have been um, attending all the sessions in this conference, I'll just give a brief snapshot of what all has happened. We began our journey with an exhibition inaugurated by the Honorable Union Ministers Shri Pralad Joshi and Shri Hardeep Singh Puri in hall number 14. Some of you must have joined there by that time. Overall, 23 uh, exhibitors participated, and I think it was an excellent exhibition of what all knowledge and experience they have and what they intend to do in this field. There were also hydrogen based trucks and buses on display from Reliance and IOCL. Institutions like IRDA, SECI, AM Green, Indian Oil, All India, HPCL, BPCL, REC, Avada, Renew, Acme, Gentari, Welspun, Semco, and many more participated in the exhibition. I am very thankful to everyone who, uh, unlike last time, we didn't have much space in Vigyan Bhavan. This time, I think we did well with utilization of the space that we had. In the inaugural session, the Honorable Prime Minister, through his video address, reinforced India's commitment to a greener planet and outlined the pivotal role of green hydrogen in our energy strategy. He emphasized on India's stated mission to become a global hub of production, usage, and export of green hydrogen. We were privileged to have the presence and insights of our esteemed ministers and dignitaries who set the tone for the conference with their visionary addresses. I'm pleased to share that the conference had participation overall of more than 8,500 delegates this time, including the speakers, delegates, and youth. And in fact, if you recall, last time when we were planning the first conference, that time we were targeting about 1,500 or so, or looking at the overall capacity we had in Vigyan Bhavan, 1,500 to 2,000. Actually, we ended up with around 3,000. And this time, of course, with the larger facilities that we have and the interest it has generated, we've been able to do this much beyond last year's number. 7 plenary sessions highlighted the initiatives and advancements from the USA, our partner country for the event, the European Union, Australia, the Netherlands, Singapore, Germany, and the global perspective as presented by Rina. I think I hope some of you got the chance of attending some of these sessions, but I believe they're very, very useful for everybody. These sessions underscored the importance of international collaboration and knowledge exchange in accelerating the green hydrogen economy. And I'm really grateful to everybody who came from these countries, especially our partner country, US. The 22 breakout sessions delved into the technical, financial, and policy aspects of green hydrogen. We explored optimization and indigenization of electrolysis processes, storage and transportation solutions, applications in the defense sector, and the integration of biomass pathways. We discussed the future of hydrogen-based fuels for the transport sector, the seamless integration for shipping and aviation, and the viability of green hydrogen for steel production and oil refineries. We had a poster competition. Also, we had a GS2 on hackathon. The 5 key takeaways from very interesting event hackathon or GS2thon were, some of these things which were highlighted: AI-powered innovations, blockchain integration for transparency, real-world application, scalability and economic viability, and collaboration across sectors. These are the kind of learnings from that particular session. A youth session was organized yesterday, and Ms. Sania Nehwal, Olympic medalist, Indian Olympic medalist, and a former world champion in badminton, joined the conference to inspire the youth. And this is the first time that we brought, as I was mentioning, I think we mentioned at the beginning of the conference, This time we want to create more awareness of green hydrogen in India and abroad. And I think this really was also an inspiring session. Uh, s- Six environmental champions talked about their experiences, learnings, and more importantly, the journey to inspire 3,000 plus students from various educational institutions around Delhi and NCR to develop their understanding of green hydrogen ecosystem. We also address the crucial topics of safety, certification, and the development of port infrastructure. The role of public sector undertakings, the potential of green ammonia in the fertilizer industry, and the strengthening of the R&D ecosystem were thoroughly examined. The need for a skilled workforce to support the green hydrogen sector was emphasized. The sessions on building a green hydrogen workforce and the initiatives by the public sector enterprises highlighted the importance of education, training, and skill development. A quiz competition was also held today. In fact, that was the final closing of this quiz competition because we had it across the country and across different institutions, which I believe was very impressive. As we reflect on the discussions, presentations, and ideas that have been shared, we find that we are faced with the challenges as well as opportunities. Green hydrogen, as we have explored, represents not just a new energy source, but a pathway to decarbonize industries, reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, and move towards a future where sustainable energy is accessible to all. Throughout this event, we have witnessed the power of collaboration among scientists, policymakers, industry leaders, and innovators. This collective effort is what will propel green hydrogen from the realm of possibility into reality. It's not just about the technology, it's about the partnerships, policies, and the vision we craft together. From clean transportation and green industrial processes to energy storage and power generation, potential applications of green hydrogen are vast. And with the growing urgency to combat climate change, the work we do now will shape the world for generations to come. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the Principal Scientific Advisor, the Government of India, and the entire MNRE team who conceived and delivered the event. And my sincere gratitude to Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Department of Science and Technology, and the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, who associated with the event throughout its preparation and execution. This is just a representation of how we've always said that in our country, green hydrogen mission is being implemented through a whole of government approach, and that was there for all of you to see. And in fact, thanks to all the states also participating in with gusto, that showed the kind of collaboration we have across the ministries, the departments, and of course the states. Finally, also acknowledge the important role our event partner FICCI and the knowledge partner EY, session knowledge partners, and all the participants for their immense and valuable contributions. Your dedication and enthusiasm have been the driving force behind the success of this conference. As we move forward, let us carry the momentum from these 3 days into our respective fields of work. Let us continue to innovate, collaborate, and drive change towards a sustainable energy future. In closing, I'm reminded of the words of Margaret Mead, who said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. The people in this room, this hall, and of course, all the people who participated in this conference represent that committed group. And together, we have the power to change the world. Green hydrogen. I look forward to seeing the outcomes of this conference materialize soon, as early as possible. Together, we will pave the way for a greener tomorrow with green hydrogen at the forefront of our energy transition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for presenting the summary of these 3 days. And further, ladies and gentlemen, we have captured these 3 days in a film. We revisit these 3 days through this short film. That's, ladies and gentlemen, all of you driving this change, driving this transformation, and building a beautiful world. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we hear from our esteemed speakers and their perspective in this closing session, the way forward session. Is definitely going to be a fitting conclusion to the rich discussions which we have had in these 3 days. So I first request Professor Ajay Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, to address this August gathering.
Honorable Minister of State, MNRE, Shri Shripad Naik ji, Shri Bhupinder Singh Bhalla ji, Shri Pankaj Jain ji, and Ms. Jyoti ji, and friends, delegates, and invitees. It is really a profound privilege for me to be here at the concluding session of this international conference on green hydrogen, second edition, which has been, in my view, a great success. Uh, Bhalla has already said what has transpired in the last 3 days, and I'll give you my uh, brief perspective of this conference. Needless to say, some of it will be very common, but one thing is there. I have always known that so far nobody has been hurt by listening to the same thing twice. And if it is a good thing, all the more better. So, over the past 3 days, we have witnessed an extraordinary confluence of minds from across the globe united in a common mission to advance the frontiers of green hydrogen technology. As we heard, the event was graced by a large number of national and international delegates, almost touching 8,000, involving all stakeholders, be it academicians, industry experts, startups, policymakers, and diplomats. The conference has been a testament to the transformative power of collaboration. And one of the key takeaways from this event is the understanding that international collaboration is not just beneficial but essential. The global challenges of climate change demand global solutions. And as we have discussed, green hydrogen is poised to play a pivotal role in achieving net zero emissions targets worldwide, and we are all committed to that. A mutual understanding with this in this is evident from the plenary sessions where the countries' perspectives of India, US, EU, Australia, Netherlands, and Germany were demonstrated. The overall international perspective was put forward by Deputy Director General Irina, and apart from the plenaries, the country roundtables for South Korea, Singapore, and Japan further shed light on the international perspective, which was very well received. This conference has provided a critical platform for such partnerships to blossom, and by sharing experiences and technological advancements, countries can collectively overcome the significant barriers still facing the green hydrogen economy, such as high production costs, infrastructure challenges, and regulatory hurdles. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, (RENA), green hydrogen could account for up to 12% of the global energy mix by 2050, but only if we continue to support each other through forums like this. Furthermore, the discussions here have underscored the strategic importance of regional cooperation. The recent partnership agreements announced, such as the one between Jain Terminal of the Netherlands and Acme Cleantech from our country for ammonia import terminals, reflect a shared commitment to advancing the hydrogen agenda. Such partnerships are vital for building resilient supply chains and ensuring the scalability of green hydrogen technology across continents. The European Union has already recognized this potential and is actively reforming its emission trading system to incentivize the adoption of green hydrogen technologies. Similarly, our collaboration with international partners is essential in aligning global standards, ensuring interoperability, and fostering an open market that can drive down costs and accelerate the deployment of green hydrogen at scale. Events like this, ICGH 2024, are crucial in translating policy into action. By providing a forum for direct dialogue between governments, industries, and academia, they catalyze the kind of innovation that is needed to tackle the remaining technological and economic challenges. The CEO Roundtable, which convened industry leaders from energy, manufacturing, and transportation sectors, was a remarkable example of how strategic investments and partnerships can drive rapid adoption of green hydrogen technologies. Over 100 stalls from industry players and public companies showcase the latest technologies and innovations in the field of green hydrogen value chain. On the sidelines of the exhibition, the day also witnessed a national poster competition where participants showcased their ideas and innovations in building a sustainable future. This was again a new feature in this year's conference, which we couldn't do very well in the first edition due to shortage of space. This conference also showcased how young minds can lead the way. The G2 hackathon brought forward creative solutions from students and researchers, demonstrating the power of the next generation to shape the future of hydrogen technology. Their energy and enthusiasm must inspire all of us to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible. As was mentioned, the youth session on day 2 was a major highlight of this year's ICGH, with Ms. Sena Nehwal delivering an inspiring address. Such sessions dedicated for youth, you will all agree, are very effective in encouraging the youth to innovate and take leadership roles, highlighting their potential to shape India's future. The youth session reflected a unified dedication to advancing sustainable practices and in engaging youth in the global effort against climate change. And we hope in the coming editions we can improve on the way we will engage with the youth in a more closer and meaningful way. As we close this chapter, it is imperative that we do not see this as an end, but rather the beginning of a more focused and unified global effort. We must take the momentum generated here and channel it into actionable strategies that drive our shared vision forward. Our commitment to green hydrogen is not just about meeting emission targets, which of course is important. It is about seizing a historic opportunity to redefine our energy systems, create new jobs, and secure a cleaner, healthier planet for future generations. In conclusion, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants, speakers, and organizers who have made this event a grand success. I wish to thank, in particular, the Secretary MNRE, Shri Bhupinder Bhalla ji, Ajay Yadav ji, and their entire team for this stupendous show in organizing a very, very successful conference. Please join me in thanking them. I wish to thank all the speakers who have taken enormous efforts to come here and really educate us on in this very important field. And I thank all the participants for their enthusiasm. And it's so good to see even such a respectable crowd, even on the last day in a busy city like Delhi, when there are so many other attractions. Thank you very much for staying put and being a part of this. Thank you. So, with this, I will close my session with a hope that we will continue to engage with each other. And the third edition of this, we hope, will be even more exciting and meaningful as we go in our journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, sir, for sharing observations as the organizer of this conference and then guiding us and your insightful views as our mentor and advisor. Thank you very much, sir. And now I request our respected Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain ji, for his address.
Mr. Shripad Naik, Minister of State, MNRE, Principal Scientific Advisor, Professor Sood, my colleague Bhupinder Bhalla, Jyoti, distinguished guests, invitees. It's absolutely wonderful to be part of this event. And let me begin by complimenting both the Principal Scientific Advisor and Secretary MNRE and his team for, in fact, institutionalizing this event. A year back, this was just a gleam in the eyes of the PSA. And to have got it to this stage just in its second iteration, it just shows not just the enthusiasm but the vision behind the whole thing and how it has got delivered and executed within the very short space of time for a subject which is new, relatively speaking, for a subject on which the ecosystem in the country is still in its infancy. So to deliver something within that context against that backdrop, let me compliment both of them once again. But I think the issue over here is green hydrogen is not just some new technology. We've all known hydrogen for a long time. Electrolyzers have been around for a very long time. Renewable energy has also been around for a very long time. But I was really struck by what Bhupinder mentioned in his opening remarks. It is green hydrogen really epitomizes rethinking energy. Rethinking energy where people matter, where quality of life matters, and what life in general will be for this generation, the next generation, the generation thereafter. So that really is what green hydrogen is representing for us. And therefore, the fact that an entity like an organization like FICCI join hands with this event makes it even more meaningful, makes it even more relevant. I will come momentarily into why I say this. So far, our discussions and our debate have primarily been driven by technological breakthroughs, new solutions, and about building partnerships with the technological institutions and occasionally with industry, and now more and more across countries. But if you step back, we are only perhaps addressing part of the problem. The elephant in the room continues to be the pessimism around costs. And when you start making comparisons to 1 kg of green hydrogen versus 1 unit of LNG versus 1 barrel of oil, the numbers which come up are fairly stark. And that challenge gets magnified further because, in a sense, if that is going to be the benchmark, that okay, how much does green hydrogen cost vis-a-vis a barrel of oil, for instance? With greater energy transition, the demand for that barrel of oil is going to keep coming down. And as any student of economics knows, when demand comes down, price has to come down, which means that making a case for that molecule of green hydrogen versus a molecule of oil is going to become even more difficult unless we start thinking about costs right up front. Because if today a barrel of oil is costing you $72 or $73, and because as demand falls, it comes down to $60, people are going to keep saying that, oh, 1 kg of green hydrogen is going to cost me $100. Why should I not continue with oil? Why should I be paying this green premium? And question marks are going to be raised. How much of green premium can I afford? So in a sense, some of our challenges around green hydrogen and its thinking have to keep coming back to economics and driven by technological solutions, yes, but also driven by new ways of doing business, new ways of commercial arrangements which make this possible. Obviously, it's going to involve many things. It's going to involve cost of renewable energy. It's going to involve transmission infrastructure. It's going to involve logistics. It's going to involve capital expenditure on electrolyzers. It's going to involve, surprise, surprise, availability of water, something which we tend to focus less on. It's also going to involve regulation and standards. And therefore, the challenge for us is actually multidimensional in this field. And any multidimensional challenge will require a response which is equally multidimensional, which is spread across multiple entities, multiple agencies, and many countries. And therefore, a forum like this becomes crucial, where different people coming in from different places and different origins can actually share experiences, share learning. And I was, again, yesterday I was in a session where we were looking at what Australia was doing, and again, it was remarkable in terms of how the problems which they have resonate with the issues which we are facing. It is actually not very different in terms of the kind of things which keep coming up and the problems that we are trying to solve. Clearly, there is a lot more to learn in terms of new ways of doing things. From the Ministry of Petroleum, where we have been associated with that, I can say this, that we are probably amongst the single largest users of hydrogen. We are also amongst the single largest generators of hydrogen to our refineries. And we are absolutely committed to being part of the solution for this, because we can give scale. We also have our own technologies, our own R&D, who are fully committed to working on this and are in fact making progress in terms of how to generate hydrogen through various routes, not necessarily through splitting of the atom through the electrolyzer route, but also what is coming from organic sources. So all those we are working on. And I can assure you that we will continue to be very much part of this journey, along with MNRE, along with the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor, to make sure that our dream and our aspiration of being able to deliver hydrogen, which is not simply green hydrogen, which is not simply a substitution of existing energy, that it is, because that's a decarbonization agenda, but will also deliver on new energy, which will feed India's growth, which will feed India's increase in GDP, and deliver energy to citizens, which they can feel that, yes, this is energy which is cleaner, greener, but it's also financially sustainable. Once again, let me thank MNRE for anchoring all of this together, and I'm really keenly looking forward to the next session.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very decisive and constructive thoughts and recommendations. And ladies and gentlemen, I now request our Honorable Chief Guest of the session, our Honorable Minister of State for New and Renewable Energy, Shri Shripad Naik ji, please address this August gathering. I invite him for his valedictory address.
नमस्कार dignitaries on the rise, Honorable Shri Bhupinder Singh Bhalla ji, Secretary, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Honorable Shri Pankaj ji, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India, Professor Ajay Sood ji, Honorable Principal Scientist Advisor, Government of India, Professor Jyoti ji, Director General, FICCI, respected dignitaries, esteemed colleague, and valued participants. Namaskar. As we draw the curtain on this remarkable 3 day journey at the International Conference on Green Hydrogen, I stand before you filled with a sense of pride and optimism. ऊर्जा का नया युग अब आरंभ हो चुका है. The new era of energy has now begun. We have witnessed an exchange of ideas, a confluence of the innovation and a shared commitment to a sustainable future that is not just a dream but a reality we are building together. Over the past few days, we have delved deep into a world of green hydrogen, exploring its potential to revolutionize our energy system and combat the pressing challenges of climate change. We have seen how India, with its bold commitments and swift action, is leading the global transition to renewable energy. The National Green Hydrogen Mission, with an initial outlay of rupees 90,744 crores, stands as a testament to our resolve. It is a comprehensive strategy encompassing the demand creation, production, research and development, infrastructure, regulatory frameworks, international partnership, and most importantly, skill development and job creation. सपनों को साकार करने का समय अब आ गया है. Now the time has come to realize our dreams. The site program, a cornerstone of the mission, has already made the significant stride with its production linked incentive scheme, catalyzing the domestic manufacturing of electrolyzer and the production of green hydrogen. The enthusiasm and the response from the industry have been overwhelming. With tenders oversubscribed and multitude of the companies stepping forward to contribute this green revolution. Our pilot project across the shipping, steel, and green revolution and transport sector are setting the stage for scalable and sustainable models of green hydrogen utilization. These initiatives are not just pilot but beacon, guiding us towards a greener horizon. Research and development are the bedrock of innovation, and our research and development program are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From more efficient electrolyzer to advanced storage solution and fuel cell technologies, we are investing in the future. The skill development component of the mission is particularly close to my heart. युवा शक्ति ही देश की असली शक्ति है, असली ताकत है. The true power of a nation is lies in the youth. By equipping our young workforce with the necessary skill, we are not just preparing them for the job of the tomorrow, but empowering them to be the architects of the sustainable future. As we conclude this conference, let us carry forward the momentum generated here. Policies and initiatives by the various Indian states, the support from the central government, and the active participation of all stakeholders are creating a robust ecosystem for green hydrogen in India. In closing, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for your valuable contribution. Your insights, expertise, and enthusiasm has been the driving force behind the success of this conference. एकता में ही शक्ति है. There is a strength in unity, and together we will continue to march towards a greener, cleaner, and more sustainable world. Thank you. धन्यवाद. And let us look forward to a future where green hydrogen lights up not just our homes, but also the flames of the hope for generation to come. Thank you very much. Jai.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, sir, for inspiring everyone, motivating everyone on the power of collaborations and the power of skilling ourselves as we work forward towards creating a beautiful world. Thank you, Minister, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, we had the poster competition. As you're aware, there were 80 posters which were displayed. We would like to now announce the winners and then the first runner-up and the second runner-up. If they are there, the authors are there in the hall. We just request you to be rising at your positions and we applaud your work. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is poster number 57. The authors Kapil Kedar Tirpude, Krishna Thakur from IIT Mumbai. And at the second position, poster number 50, Akash Kumar Barolia, Dr. Swati Niyogi from IIT Kharagpur. They get a prize money of 30,000. The first position got a prize money of 50,000. And at the third position is poster number 46. The authors Adra S. Darsan, Dr. P. Murugan, and Dr. A. Pandekumar from ACSIR, Ghaziabad. So, congratulations to them. And as we once again express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our distinguished speakers for sharing their valuable insights and further guiding us towards a more greener and a more sustainable future, we thank them by presenting them a token of our gratitude, the mementos. And I would like to invite our Joint Secretary, MNRE. May I request Shri Ajay Yadavji to kindly present the mementos. Please join us as we express our heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Minister, sir. Thanking Professor Ajay Sood. Thank you once again, sir. Thanking our Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain, sir. Thanks to our Secretary, MNRE, Shri Bhupinder S. Bhalla, sir. And thanking also FICCI, thanking Director General FICCI, Ms. Jyoti Vij, for this beautiful collaboration which MNRE had with FICCI. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to you, sir. And at the closure, I would like to request Director General FICCI, Ms. Jyoti Vij, to kindly propose a formal vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Shri Shripad by Naik, Honorable Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, Professor Ajay Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Shri Bhupinder Singh Bhalla, Secretary, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Shri Pankaj Jain, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Ladies and gentlemen, the session has been a complete fitting finale to the immensely successful second edition of the International Conference on Green Hydrogen. We are extremely honored with the presence of Shri Shripad Yeso Naik ji, Honorable Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy, Government of India. Sir, your address has underscored India's deep commitment towards the climate goals and also highlighted various initiatives being undertaken by the government to meet our Paris Agreement commitments on green energy well ahead of schedule, as was pointed out by Honorable Prime Minister in his video message inaugurating the conference yesterday. On behalf of FICCI, the industry partner for the conference, I'm delighted to be here to thank the government for its vision and for driving India's transition towards green hydrogen-driven ecosystem and energy security. And FICCI is committed to the cause of green transition and will continue to work with all stakeholders in this particular space. Also take the opportunity to thank Shri Bhupinder Singh Bhalla ji for providing FICCI an opportunity to be the industry partner and also for his dynamic leadership and openness for the ideas. It was truly inspiring, sir, to be witnessed, to be witnessing the dedication and commitment of all the senior officials of MNRE, Mr. Ajay Yadav, the Joint Secretary, and Mr. Abhay Bhakre, the Mission Director, to drive such a significant improvement in the second edition over what we did last year. The conference greatly benefited from the guidance of Professor Ajay Sood and Office of Principal Scientific Advisor, Department of Science and Technology, as well as the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. Remain grateful to Shri Pankaj Jain, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, for his presence here today and Ministry's support to the conference. So you rightly pointed out that new ways of doing things is always tough, and it definitely requires all stakeholders to come together. And as I said, we as FICCI are committed to get industry on roll, and events like this and the dedication towards the green transition and green hydrogen through various policies that the government has done, industry most definitely would continue to invest in this space, and we remain an important stakeholder in India's hydrogen journey, as was mentioned by you all. Of course, there are challenges which government is trying to kind of take care of as we go along, and that is what gives confidence to us to be there. This will definitely be able to benefit the OEMs, the green hydrogen developers, startups, and academia continue to explore opportunities in this space. And of course, thank you to various experts who passionately shared their knowledge, expertise, and insights with the audience during the 26 sessions at the conference. And I'll also thank all our audience for the engagement in the deliberations. A special mention to partners and sponsors without whom the program would not have been possible, especially IRIDA, SECI, and EY. And also take the opportunity to thank all the exhibitors for showcasing the advancements in technology and their initiatives in green hydrogen space, and to all the winners of the poster competition as well. It is fabulous to have youngsters come here and really talk about what they think about this green transition, the green earths, and various sustainable options that we have. Thanks, of course, to the media friends here. Country's transition goals will definitely require concerted efforts from both the government and industry. And as I said, FICCI does remain committed to both, in making India a green hydrogen hub, leveraging opportunities both domestically as well as export potential through international collaborations, and supporting user industries in the transition towards net zero and adoption of green hydrogen. I'm confident that the discussions at ICGH 2024 will precipitate actionable solutions to develop a robust ecosystem, promote R&D, ensure sustainable financing, and build capacity to accelerate the green hydrogen economy and facilitate our goal of energy transition. Congratulations once again to MNRE and all the other ministries that supported this event, this very fabulous event, and request all to give befitting applause on the success of the completion of this edition, which takes the mission hydrogen many steps forward. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we draw curtains to the second edition of the International Conference on Green Hydrogen. Once again, our gratefulness and thanks to our Honorable Minister, sir, Shri Shripad Naik ji, thanking Professor Ajay Sood, thanking Shri Pankaj Jain ji, thanking our Secretary MNRE, Shri Bhupinder Bhalla, sir, and thanks to the Director General of FICCI, Ms. Jyoti. Thanking each one of you also for being a part of these discussions and towards the success of this conference. Thank you for your contributions. May we all work together, all inspired by these 3 days, work towards building a cleaner and a greener future for ourselves, for our next generation, and for this planet at large. Thank you. Jai Hind.